I had the pleasure of speaking at the Advances in Leadership conference at the London Metropolitan University last Thursday. The point I was trying to get across was that to be a leader, a proper leader, one must be mindful. As I prepared for this talk, it actually dawned on me, and maybe I'm a slow learner, that the alternative is actually quite crazy. Who in their right mind would choose to be a mindless leader? It evokes visions of the blind leading the blind around in circles. The question I ask, of course, is who in their right mind would choose to be a mindless leader? None of us, or very few of us, for very much of our lives, are really in our right mind. And until we take steps to endeavour to be in our right mind, we will by default, by subconscious choice, by automatic choice, choose to be mindless. And if we are in a position of leadership, at home, at play, at work, then that mindlessness will enable us, if that's the right word, lead those who are following us around in ever-decreasing circles. Now, that might be okay in boom times in business, where mindless leadership, which is all over the place, where mindless leadership actually kind of gets covered up by the rising tide, rising all the boats. But in our current environment, and in an environment which may never actually return, or at least not for a long time, to outlandishly boom times, mindless leadership is not an option. That is why we are actually seeing so many business failures. It has nothing to do with the economic environment. It has to do with the fact that the people who are leading those organisations aren't mindful enough to chart their organisation through the currently choppy waters. In short, faced with the choice between mindless leadership and mindful leadership, only a half-wit would choose mindlessness. The question I have for you this morning is, what is the choice that you make? What is the choice that you make, not as a result of watching this video, not as a result of deciding each morning to get up to be mindful, but what is the choice you make now? And in a half an hour, what will be the choice that you make? Tomorrow week, in the morning, what will be the choice that you make? And that afternoon, what will be the choice that you make? Because unfortunately, until we actually fully train our minds to be mindful, we have to continually badger ourselves into a state of mindfulness. The alternative is unthinkable.